Will you take out my stepdad for me? A 9-year-old boy asked, stepping into a biker bar with 7 crumpled dollar bills in his hand. The whole bar went super quiet. Richard, the leader of the biker group, was the first to move. He bent down to the boy's level. "What's your name, kid?" "Harper," the boy whispered. "Harper, where'd you get those bruises?" "My stepdad hits me and my mom when he's drunk, and tonight was really bad." "Where's this stepdad live?" Thomas asked, his voice super low and serious. "The blue trailer at the end of Maple Road, about 2 miles from here." Every biker knew that trailer park. It was where drug dealers hung out, where gunshots were normal, and where even cops went in twos. Tank started toward the door. "Let's go deal with this now." "Hold on," Thomas ordered. What he said next surprised everyone. "This boy asked us to take out someone for $9. Thomas stood up slowly. "That means this kid is so desperate he walked 2 miles in the dark to find people like us." The bikers gave each other serious looks. They all understood what this meant. "Cops won't help," Razor said. "They never do in family fights until someone's gone." "Then we do it our way," Snake said, pulling out his knife. Harper's eyes got big, full of both fear and hope. Thomas made a choice that would flip everything. "Get Doc," he said. Doc wasn't a real doctor. He was their guy who used to be a paramedic before he got busted for stealing drugs. He checked Harper's injuries and his face turned white. "This kid's got broken ribs," Doc said. "Maybe even bleeding inside." The room blew up with swearing and angry threats. These tough bikers were ready to make someone pay. Harper's stepdad had just sealed his own fate. "Please save my mom," Harper begged. "He said he's going to kill her tonight." That's when they heard the sirens. Everyone froze. Cops were bad news for guys with criminal records, but the sirens sped past, heading toward Maple Road. Richard's phone buzzed. He picked it up, and his face turned grim. "There's been a shooting at the trailer park," he said. Harper dropped to his knees. No, my mom," he cried. What happened next broke every rule the banditos followed. "Everyone rides now," Thomas shouted. 15 motorcycles roared to life in the parking lot. They ignored every traffic rule, racing to that trailer park. Harper clung to Richard as they sped through the dark. The trailer park was lit up with police cars and ambulances. The bikers rolled in together, looking ready for a fight. Some cops grabbed for their guns when they spotted the banditos' patches. Things were about to get messy. "Sheriff, please hit that subscribe button and show us some love." Johnson stepped up. "Richard, you guys can't be here," he said. "The boy's mom is inside," Thomas replied. "She's alive," the sheriff said fast. But her husband wasn't. Harper's stepdad was being put into an ambulance, handcuffed and bleeding from a gunshot. Harper's mom sat in a police car, hurt herself. Here's what went down while Harper was away. His stepdad got even drunker and went after Harper's mom with a baseball bat. A neighbor, an old Vietnam vet, heard the yells and showed up with his gun. He shot the stepdad in the shoulder when he wouldn't stop hitting her. But now there was a bigger issue. Child Services pulled up and said Harper had to go into foster care right away. His mom was getting arrested too because she fought back and stabbed her husband with a kitchen knife. "No!" Harper yelled. "Don't take my mom away!" The social worker reached for Harper. Thomas stepped between them. "Back off," he growled. "Sir, I'll have you arrested for interference," the social worker threatened. "Try it," Thomas said. 15 bikers formed a wall around Harper. The cops were outnumbered and everyone knew it. The tension was explosive. Hands moved toward weapons on both sides. This was about to become a bloodbath. Sheriff Johnson had to make a choice. Arrest 15 dangerous bikers and start a war, or find another way. "Everyone calm down," the sheriff ordered. "Let me make some calls." Richard's wife arrived 7 minutes later. She was a respected nurse at the local hospital with no criminal record. She was also a certified emergency foster parent. "I'll take Harper tonight," she declared. The social worker paused. "That's not normal," she said. "But it's allowed," Richard's wife replied. "Check your own rules." While they worked on the paperwork, Thomas walked over to the Vietnam vet who shot Harper's stepdad. "Thanks for saving her," Thomas said. The old vet was trembling. "I couldn't let him kill her in front of the kid." "Need a lawyer?" Thomas asked. "Can't afford one," the vet admitted. "You can now." Thomas handed him a card. "Tell him the bandidos are paying." Harper's mom was let go after questioning. She didn't actually stab her husband, just held up the knife to scare him, but she had no place to stay and no money for even a cheap motel. The bikers pulled together $399 in 6 minutes. But Harper's stepdad was getting out too. His gunshot wound wasn't serious, and he was getting bail the next morning. He'd already said he'd come back to finish what he started. The prosecutor said they couldn't keep him longer without more proof. That's when Harper did something amazing. "I recorded him," Harper said softly. Everyone spun around to look at the 9-year-old boy. Harper pulled an old phone from his pocket. "My real dad gave me this before he passed and told me to record when bad stuff happens." On that phone were 17 videos showing his stepdad hitting him and his mom, with dates going back 6 months. Clear proof of child abuse and domestic violence. The prosecutor's eyes got huge. "This changes everything," she said. Harper's stepdad was slapped with 13 charges of abuse. Bail was set at $50,000. He wasn't going anywhere. But the story wasn't done yet. The next day, the stepdad's brothers showed up wanting payback. 5 meth dealers with guns ready to take out Harper and his mom for putting their brother in jail. They made a big mistake going to the motel where Harper and his mom were staying. 17 bikers were already there, waiting. What went down in that parking lot turned into a legend. No guns were fired, but 3 of those dealers left town that night and never came back. Some say they're buried out in the desert. Others say they're hiding in witness protection. Thomas just said the brothers chose to move for health reasons. Harper's stepdad took a plea deal for 5 years in prison after his brothers vanished. He knew he'd be in big trouble if he ever went near Harper or his mom again. The Vietnam vet who saved Harper's mom got a medal from the city. The bandidos paid for his lawyer, and he was never charged with anything. Harper and his mom got a new apartment, watched over by the motorcycle club. Anyone who even gave Harper or his mom a bad look got a visit from 17 bikers who made things real clear. Harper held on to those $9, though. Years later, when Thomas asked why, Harper said something deep. "Those $9 were worth more than cash," Harper said. "They got me an army of guardian angels who looked like tough guys." Thomas put those $9 in a frame at the Iron Horse bar. The bandidos still gather at that bar every Thursday night. If a kid ever walks in asking for help, they think of Harper and the night they decided to be heroes, not killers. Sometimes the toughest guys make the best protectors because they get violence and know when to hold back. Harper's grown up now with his own kids. He still visits Thomas every week, not because he needs protection, but because family isn't always about blood. Sometimes family is 15 tough bikers who choose to save you instead of doing what you asked. We're going to keep telling inspiring stories like this. Please hit the subscribe button and show us some love.